So for today's upload, what I thought I would do is I want to keep it strictly makeup related. And I have been subscribed to BoxyCharm since February. I believe I received my first box in February, and I subscribed in advance for the year. So I cannot cancel. I mean, I can. I'm just going to get boxes until February because that's when I paid up until. So what I thought I would do is I have decluttered many of the items that I received just because they're not for me, but I thought I would show you some of the products that I have kept in my makeup table, and I'll show them to you while I sing, and then I will give you my thoughts on them afterwards. So I hope that you enjoy. So as I mentioned, I'll just show them during the song and I'll talk about them after. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blowing his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. So many times I've let you down, so many times I've played around. I tell you now that they don't mean a thing. Every place I go, I think of you. Every song I sing for you. When I come back, I'll wear your wedding ring. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. 'Cause I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go. The time has come to leave you. One more time, oh, let me kiss you. Close your eyes and I'll be on my way. Oh, kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. Leaving on a jet plane, leaving on a jet plane, leaving on a jet plane. So I hope that you enjoyed that rendition of Leaving on a Jet Plane. That, of course, was a little mixture of the original and the Chantal Kreviazuk version. Okay, so let's get down to business, shall we? I have not been impressed with BoxyCharm. I'm sorry. To those who love it, that's great. It's just not for me. So come next February, I do anticipate canceling my subscription. So as I mentioned, I have decluttered so many items that I've received from BoxyCharm. The thing is that while I am a makeup and beauty lover, I cannot stand clutter. Clutter just drives me nuts. I find it very stress inducing. I feel so much more at peace and calm when everything is organized at my makeup table. So in any case, this is the Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm. And I'm not going to try to pretend which month I received these in, but as you can see, I have pretty much used all of that up. I mean, there's some around the sides, but I really enjoyed this balm. It was really nice in the colder temperatures, and it does feel really nice on the skin. So I have enjoyed this. Now, none of these items I will repurchase on my own. It's just I've enjoyed a lot of the ones that I've kept in my beauty table to the extent that I will use them up. So the next one that I will discuss is the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. This one I also enjoyed a lot. So while I'm not necessarily hugely into skincare, I mean, I put sunscreen on all the time and moisturizer. The Glassy Skin Balm and this one they were kind of just a nice treat. They did almost make me feel like I was enjoying some self-care. So this one, what I enjoyed about this one is it has a slight rose scent to it, literally like roses. And I'm not a huge fan of the rose scent, but it made me feel fancy. It made me feel a little extra. And it wasn't an overwhelming rose scent. So I really did enjoy the scent of that, and as well as how it felt on my skin. When I received this in one of my boxes, which is the LMS Superfood Cica Calm Hydration Juice, I also, again, one of those items where I wouldn't necessarily purchase this item on my own, let's say, but I do like how it feels on the skin. This one I find, so see how it looks super wet now? It will dry down to more of a sticky texture, if that makes sense. I don't really wear primer, but I would imagine that this is what a primer feels like. Almost your foundation would grip to it. Again, I don't wear foundation, but if I did, it's my understanding that that's what people like when they put on their primer, is that their foundation adheres to it and therefore has a much more longer lasting effect. So this was something I actually picked on choice, and it's the 111 Skin. There's lots of NACY2 Pollution Defense Booster. I mean, I will use this up because I received it in a box, but I mean, I don't think it's anything awesome. I don't know. Pollution defense. Where are you? It's right here. So I just, to me, it feels like water. Little bit sticky. It's thinner than the Elemis, but it still has that sticky texture, almost like when you put hand sanitizer on and it doesn't fully dry down and you have that little stickiness to your hands. This Chula Skincare Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. This was something that I also picked in choice, and I do still have quite a bit of this left. I haven't used it recently. However, when I got it, I used it every single day, morning and night. And I did mention this in one of my previous videos. Do I know for certain that it does anything? Absolutely not. But do I like it? Yeah, and it's very simple to put on. It's like a glue stick format, and you just put it under your eyes. And I'll put it right here. It definitely does have a sheen to it and a whiteness. So whiteness/brightness. So it is evident that it's on, or apparent if you don't kind of pat it in after. But I don't think it's meant to be worn in that respect. It's kind of, maybe first thing when you wake up in the morning and you put it on prior to actually doing your makeup. And then when you go to bed at night. So if that white is there and it's obvious, it's not a huge deal, right? The Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. Again, I don't really use primers. However, because I received this, I have used it, and I can't really say that this does much either, but I don't dislike it, so I will use up that product. Next up is the Porefessional from Benefit, And if my daughters were a little bit older, I would probably give this to them. This is the hydrating one, I believe. Yeah, Hydrating Primer. So this is my skin tone when it comes out. And then when you rub it in, it almost has a see-through or transparent effect to it. Again, I'm not a primer person, so I'll use it, but I can go without it as well. Okay, so I have a couple more items here. These are the Illuminating gel paint. These were the neon eyeliners. I have featured this in one of my previous videos. I really do like this one for a pop of color. I just wear it every so often. Unfortunately, the blue one I have not worn at all. I've also mentioned this a couple times. I just like to be sensitive to the different styles out there. There's no right way to do makeup, right? It's whatever makes you feel good. But at the same time, for me, a blue eyeliner for me, specifically, how I feel very 1980s in it. That being said, on that note, I just finished watching Dirty John season 2, the Betty Broderick story. I just kind of thought of that because, oh man, looking at the makeup in that, for that Netflix series and for that time period, it was spot on. I loved, oh my gosh, her frosted pink lipstick, her blue oh, if you haven't checked it out, check out the makeup. Like if you're a makeup lover, you will appreciate in the different scenes her fashion and her makeup. Okay, but not to get off topic. I am just not a huge blue eyeliner person because I feel dated. I guess the word would be dated, right? You could look 80s and still be fab. Just I feel dated when I myself wear blue eyeliner. Okay, moving on. The Kylie Skin Foaming Face Wash. So there's this much left at the bottom, if you could see that. It's not because I loved it, it's because I had it. So some people complained about the scent of this. I didn't mind it. To me, it had a very soft, clean scent. However, what I did notice was it stung a little bit on my face. In addition, I never actually felt, it's just a foam, let's see. I never actually felt that my face was clean afterwards. I always felt as if there was a film. Look at that on top of the liner. I'm just trying to wipe the liner and nothing's actually happening to the liner. So I just always felt as if there was still a film on my face after I used that. So it wasn't for me. I won't buy it on my own, but I used it up because I had it and, I don't want to be wasteful. So I did use that up. And, I do wash my face every single night and every single morning. And so, of course, I used the cleanser. Okay, so then there is the Ace Beauty Bronzed in Paradise palette. I like this. I will probably keep it in the sense that I won't give it to my daughters yet. I may at some point. These two colors are the only ones that really work for me. My skin tone, this is way too red. And this is just a little too dark to be anything more than an eyeshadow at this point. But I mean, I don't dislike this palette. It's nice enough. I also have the Laura Geller Multitasking Eye, Lip, and Cheek Palette. Again, a lot of people that received this in their BoxyCharm, I heard them say that it's just a little too light for them. But I mean, for my skin tone, this is pretty perfect. Also for the fact that I don't necessarily love a heavy makeup look all the time. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that was a really poor swatch there. Let me move it over. So that's the pink, the white, the middle, the pink. And I like how it blends out. It does blend out very, very nicely, so you can achieve an almost no makeup look. Probably keep that for a while. I do have a lot of other products that can help me achieve this look already. This is good for traveling though, which I did take it to a friend when I went to visit. This came in my most recent box as well as this. I'll discuss the Glam Glow Moisturizer first. So this is the Omega Rich Moisturizer, and I will not purchase this on my own. However, I really, really, really do like it. It's just, I'm not a fancy type of gal. So when it comes to moisturizers, I'm not particular as long as it moisturizes. And I use my Australian Gold sunscreen, which is my sunscreen and my moisturizer together. But I will use this entire pot up. So the scent of this reminds me of something, but I just can't put my finger on it. And it has kind of, to me, like an oatmealish type fragrance to it. It reminds me almost of a mask, I think, that I had from the Body Shop years ago. And it was so many years ago that I can't even take a guess at the name of that. But I do really, really like this. And I can't remember if I picked this for my choice, but I'm glad I have this one. And then last up is this Cargo Cosmetics Nude Beach eyeshadow palette. So let me tell you, this came in my most recent box, and I won't ramble on because I want to keep this light and positive. But my August box came on August 31st. And I DM'd BoxyCharm and I said, you know what? I know that COVID is happening. I know that there is a pandemic, and hashtag first world problems. I'm not trying to make it seem as if a beauty subscription box is my biggest problem in life right now. It's just that they send out the same generic message or reply all the time to people like, hey charmer, or hey sweetie, whatever they say. In light of world events, we're taking extra caution and that means extra time on your box to ensure your safety. But it's like, no, because you've had all of my money since February for the entire year. So I'm not sure why my box arrived on August the 31st. I wasn't impressed. But anyways, so this came in my most recent box, and this was an item within that box where I thought, okay, here is a redeeming, item in the box that makes up for it coming late, because to most they'd say, no. Why do I want some basic, boring, neutral nudes? But this is my ideal type of palette. The only thing is, this top row is so very, very similar in shade. You can see that this is a little more yellow, and I'll swatch them quickly before the video is over. But this shade here, I was the most excited about out of all of these. Probably this shade and this shade here. But they're very chalky and very powdery for me, and so I'm not loving it, and I'm upset because this was the most exciting item for me in that palette, aside from the moisturizer. All the three other items right to my daughters, so I kept two. But yeah, let me swatch these for you. So I'll just hold the palette this way. I'll start with the lightest across and then go like that, okay, even though the palette looks this way right now. So let me just think, you know what, I'll just hold it this way. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll move in a little bit like this, and then I'll swatch on my inside of my wrist, okay? So let me just rub that again and put it right here. So you see, that one is so light, like that is literally my skin tone. There's the one I said is a little more yellowish. This one in the pan anyways is more of like an ivory. So but do you see those three colors? They're just so very similar. And then this is a shimmer, and I'm not huge into shimmers, but so that was this one here. Now here's one that looks like a taupe, and I don't know if you saw it, but did you see it crumbling off and falling off? So yeah, it's just really too bad. And you see here, it's crumbly. Okay, so that's the middle row, and then I'll do the bottom now. 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, so I'll just show you the palette again, and then top row, middle row, bottom row. Top row, middle row, bottom row. So, I mean, it is a nice palette, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. So anyways, I wasn't trying to bash BoxyCharm in this video. It's just for me personally, especially being in Canada, I had to pay the conversion. You also have to factor in the shipping, right? Because I'm technically international. I don't live in the United States of America. But I did want to throw in quickly, I purchased this from Sephora, this is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I've really been enjoying that. I have it on today. In addition, I got this IGK House Party Electro Hair and Body Glitter Stick from Winners for $4.99. I just want to show this to you on my arm. This is so fun. So now I know this is called Mermaid Transformation in a stick. It does have a scent to it, almost like a hairspray scent, but this is so super fun. I've worn this on my face in one of my previous videos. You can sheer it out, you can blend it out, you can put it on as heavily or as light-handed as you want, but it's super fun on the cheeks. I won't put it on today, but yeah, I am loving this little stick. So again, I wanted to keep this makeup based. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's overcast here today, but you know what? The weather is beautiful. I love the fresh air. I will see you in my next upload. Bye.